What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video game review. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to review some of the games that I reviewed on Facebook that I never got a chance to review on other platforms. Last time I did a review on The Simpsons Road Rage, and it seems like you guys definitely enjoyed that review as much as I did. But now I'm going to be reviewing this game right here, Cartoon Network Racing. I seen YouTubers like Do Not 1999 and other YouTubers did a review on this game. I did a review on this game on Facebook during its 10th anniversary in 2016. So almost 10 years later, I'm doing a review on this again. This time, not just on Facebook, but other platforms. And especially if you're a die-hard Cartoon Network fan, I'm pretty sure you all heard about this game or you've seen gameplays of it on YouTube. Or if you never heard of this game, you've probably been living under a rock. So I'm here to take you back to the mid-2000s of this game, Cartoon Network Racing. And this is not the first Cartoon Network Racing game. The first Cartoon Network Racing game was back in 2003, Cartoon Network Speedway. So now, 3 years later, they decided to come out with another Cartoon Network Racing game, which is this. So without further ado, here's my review of Cartoon Network Racing. Cartoon Network Racing is a racing game developed by EU Technics for the PlayStation 2 and Firebrand Games for the Nintendo DS, and published by The Game Factory. The game was released in North America 3 weeks before Christmas on December 4th, 2006, and Europe on February 9th, 2007. The gameplay is similar to the 2003 game Mario Kart Double Dash, except the racetracks and characters are based on Cartoon Network's classic shows, mainly from the Powerhouse era, the best damn era in the history of Cartoon Network. Just like the Attitude Era is the best era in the history of the WWE. Well, the WWF at the time. But sadly, we only have 6 shows in this game. Characters from Courage the Cowardly Dog, I Am Weasel, Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Laboratory, the Powerpuff Girls, and Johnny Bravo are featured. Pretty much the same shows that was in the game Cartoon Network Speedway. Unlike Cartoon Network Speedway, Cartoon Network Racing has a roster of characters to choose from. Each show has 3 to 5 characters to choose. Courage the Cowardly Dog and I Am Weasel has 3 characters to choose. Johnny Bravo and Cow and Chicken has 4 characters to choose. Dexter's Laboratory and the Powerpuff Girls has 5 characters to choose. The first character is your driver. Each character's card is based on speed, acceleration, and turning. Some cars can go faster than others but have shit turning ability. Other cars are slow as hell but can handle tight corners. The second character is your co-driver that's in charge of using all the weapons and has 2 tune powers. There's a tune power bar that's located on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. You could fill that tune power bar up by either drifting, collecting 2 power cans inside crates, or attacking the last character who attacked you. Once that 2 power bar is filled, you can press the L2 or the R2 button to perform one of the 2 tune powers based on shield, attack, flight, and speed. Going back to the roster of characters, 2 to 3 characters from each show are available at the start of the game, while 8 need to be unlocked by coming in first place in my favorite mode, Cartoon Network Eliminator. For Courage the Cowardly Dog, we have the 3 main characters, Courage, Muriel, and Eustace. Eustace needs to be unlocked. For Cow and Chicken, of course, Cow and Chicken Chicken's best friends, Flem and Earl. Flem needs to be unlocked. For I Am Weasel, IR Baboon, and the Red Guy. The Red Guy needs to be unlocked. Johnny Bravo, his mama Bunny Bravo, Little Susie, and Carl Krasinowicz. Bunny Bravo needs to be unlocked. The Powerpuff Girls, Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup together, Professor Utonium, Mojo Jojo, Fuzzy Lumpkins, and him. Fuzzy Lumpkins and him needs to be unlocked. And last but not least, Dexter's Laboratory, Dexter, Dee Dee, their parents, and Mandark. Dexter and Dee Dee's parents need to be unlocked. I know you guys are probably asking, wait, wasn't the red guy on Cow and Chicken too? Yes, he was on both Cow and Chicken and I Am Weasel, but they decided to make him as a character from I Am Weasel. The game has 4 modes. The quick mode is completely a 3-lap race. The Super Tournament mode. The tournament mode is a series of races themed to your favorite Cartoon Network shows. As you progress, more tournaments will be unlocked. The Super Tournament mode has to be unlocked by completing the Super Science Tournament and becoming in first place. And this is my favorite mode, Cartoon Network Eliminator, where you have to compete against 5 other racers. At the end of each lap, the driver will be eliminated. And you have to be the last man standing and make sure that you're not eliminated. And they also have the name of each tournament in the tournament mode. So, Courage the Cowardly Dog's tournament mode is Cowardly Competition. Cow and Chicken is the Pork Butt Challenge. I Am Weasel, You Are Challenge. Johnny Bravo, Aaron Man Challenge. Townsville Tournament for the Powerpuff Girls, and Super Science Tournament for Dexter's Laboratory. Completing the Dexter's Laboratory Super Science Tournament is where you unlock the Super Tournament mode. Now the positive and negative about Cartoon Network Racing. Of course, the biggest positive about this game, all the original voice actors were able to come back to reprise their roles. Some of the voice actors voiced more than one character, such as Jeff Bennett, Charlie Adler, and Tom Kane. Marty Grabstein reprised his role as Courage. The late Thea White reprised her role as Muriel. The late Arthur Anderson reprised his role as Eustace. Charlie Adler reprised his role as these 4 characters: Cow and Chicken, the Red Guy, and I.R. Baboon. Michael Dorn reprised his role as I Am Weasel. Howard Morris, who does the voice of Flem on Cow and Chicken, didn't come back to reprise his role as Flem because he died while the game was in, or before the game was in development. So they pretty much used audio clips of his voice as Flem. Dan Castellaneta reprised his role as Earl. Jeff Bennett reprised his roles as Johnny Bravo and Dexter's dad. Brenda Vaccaro reprised her role as Bunny Bravo. Mae Whitman reprised her role as Susie. Mr. SpongeBob, Tom Kenny, reprised his role as Carl. Tara Strong reprised her role as Bubbles. Catherine Cavadini reprised her role as Blossom. E.G. Daly reprised her role as Buttercup. Tom Kane reprised his role as him and Professor Utonium. Roger L. Jackson reprised his role as Mojo Jojo. Jim Cummings reprised his role as Fuzzy Lumpkins. Candy Milo reprised her role as Dexter. Kat Cressida reprised her role as Dee Dee. Catherine Susie reprised her role as Dexter's mom. And Eddie Deason reprised his role as Mandark. Great music, great selection of stages, and of course, the roster of characters is stacked, unlike Cartoon Network Speedway. The negative about Cartoon Network Racing is they could have added more shows to the game, especially they should have added Cartoon Network shows that were still airing around this time. All the Cartoon Network shows that were in this game had pretty much ended between 1999 and 2005. This game came out in 2006. They could have added shows like Ed, Ed, and Eddie, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Codename Kids Next Door, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi, Camp Laszlo, The Life and Times of Juniper Lee, My Gym Partner's a Monkey, and the original Ben 10. Even though Billy and Mandy and Kids Next Door both came out with games in 2006, but they still could have added those shows to the game. But hey, overall, Cartoon Network Racing is a much better racing game than Cartoon Network Speedway, even though people said it's a knockoff to Mario Kart Double Dash because you could race with 2 characters in 1 kart. The Crash Bandicoot series did the same thing with Crash Tag Team Racing. It's like, y'all can't come up with anything original. It's like, let's just copy Nintendo. Cartoon Network Racing gets an official rating of a 6.5 out of 10. It's a decent game, but it could have been a whole lot better, in my honest opinion. Next month, we're going to do a review on another racing game before Cartoon Network Racing, before Crash Tag Team Racing. The first game to have 2 characters racing in 1 kart is Mario Kart Double Dash. That review is coming Friday, July 25th. What are your thoughts about Cartoon Network Racing? Thank y'all for watching. Have yourselves a good night. Take care. And as always, say it with me, fam. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. No more talk.